So you're thinking about moving to Draper, Utah. Well, in this video, we are going to be talking about everything that you need to know about Draper, and I'm going to be walking you through the map. This way, you're going to see the proximity to downtown Salt Lake, to the airport, and to other important areas. You're going to see some different sites, the popular spots around Draper. And if you stick around to the end, then I'm going to share with you one of the popular outdoor activities that actually attract people from all across the Salt Lake Valley, and it's located right here in Draper. And we're going to get after it right now. If this is your first time to this channel, and if you'd like to know everything about eating, sleeping, the good and the bad about living in Salt Lake, Utah, or Draper, like we'll be discussing in this video, then subscribe below, tap the bell for notifications. You can be the first to know about the current market here in Salt Lake, as well as the surrounding areas. My name's Steve Gilbert. I'm with eXp Realty, and my team and I, we get calls and emails every day from people just like you that are looking for help with making their move to Salt Lake, Utah. And we absolutely love it. So whether you're looking to make a move in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call. You can shoot us a text or send us an email. All the information is in the description below. We'd love to help you make that smooth move to Salt Lake, Utah. So as I mentioned in this video, we are going to walk you through everything that you need to know about the Draper area here in Utah. We're going to do it on the map. So let's get right into it and jump into my computer. Here's a look at the city of Draper. Draper is located in the furthest south and east corner of the Salt Lake Valley. So in fact, it crests the top of what we call the point of the mountain, which is up here, which is the dividing line between Salt Lake County and Utah County. So from the Draper area heading north into Salt Lake, you're about a 25-minute drive. And if you're heading to the airport, you can come up I-15 as well. And you're only a couple extra minutes to head out to the airport. So you're probably that 27 minutes from Draper to the Salt Lake International Airport. So there's a couple different ways to get to the airport. You can always take I-215 belt route. That's probably one of the easier ways to get there. And then head over to I-80, and there you go. Now, if you're going to be traveling down south to the Utah County Provo area, I-15's your quickest route. And to hit the Provo area, you're about a 30-minute drive. So, you're not too far off whichever direction that you're heading if you're going to be traveling to those areas. From Draper to the Lehi area, there's a lot of companies that are located here, a lot of startups, tech companies. What we refer to as the Silicon Slopes area. You're only about 10 minutes. It's nice and quick. You're just essentially coming up and over the point of the mountain into the Lehi area, and lots of businesses in this area. So a lot of people travel to the Lehi area. There's a lot to do in this area as well. So let's zoom in and take a closer look at the city of Draper. Okay, so starting from the north side, we are starting at 114th South. And, the majority of the housing is located on the east side of I-15. However, we do have some pockets of homes located on the west side. There's a lot of new construction and growth that's taking place in this northwest corner of Draper right now. But there's a great Italian restaurant that's located on the west and south side of 114th South. So there we go, Toscano's, a great Italian restaurant. Directly north of that is your Shields sporting goods store. And on this north section of Draper, you do have the Salt Lake's only water park, which is Cowabunga Bay. So if you enjoy getting out and cooling off in the summer heat, that's always a great place to go. This is also where the movie theater, Cinemarks, that's where this is located. Lots of shopping and lots of restaurants. It's going to be located around this 123rd South exit. So your grocery stores like your Smith's Marketplace, lots of your clothing stores and retailers, your Kohl's, got your coffee shops around here, your classic In-N-Out burgers. Pretty much any city in Utah, you're going to find lots of, your standard typical Costa Vida Mexican restaurants, your Cafe Rios. You've got your Penny Ann's Cafe here. So lots of restaurants. There's no shortage of them located on this 123rd South exit. So back in 2005 and 2006, back when Draper really just took off with growth, this is really where a lot of growth took place. The residential side of it just really picked up. It really started developing. All of this commercial and retail and restaurants really filled in as well. Just making this a really convenient place. You can come and do all of your shopping and dining in this area. Head a little bit further east. As we hit 1300 East, there's a couple of great restaurants. You've got the Garage Grill. There's some really fun decor in there, fun atmosphere. You've got the Cliff Dining Pub here. You've got additional shopping that's located, mainly your grocery shopping as you hit the 1300 East. Next to that, as you head south, it would be the Bangalore exit. This Bangalore exit, as you take it west, it takes you into the Bluffdale area, Riverton, Harriman. But as you head east, there is a shopping center. You've got a Harmon's grocery store. Then you've got a handful of different restaurants like your Neaters. There is a New York pizza place that's located in this shopping center as well. Then you've got your, standard pizza places and another grill in here as well. That's going to be where the majority of your shopping is located, and that is all located right next to I-15, which makes it convenient as you get on and off the freeway. Most of the residential housing is going to be further east of these areas. Draper does also have a couple of really nice golf course options. A couple of them aren't located within the cities. In fact, when we look at the River Bend golf course over here, that is technically in Riverton, but that's a fun course to golf. And then you've got the South Mountain golf course right here. This is initially started out in the late 90s as a private course, but then was acquired by Salt Lake County and is now maintained by them. So it's a public course that you can go and golf. It is a mountain link style course. It is a more challenging course. If you don't keep the ball in the fairway, you're going to be off in the bushes, scrub oaks, and the trees looking for your ball. And so, but it's a great course. It's a lot of fun. You would need a cart there. I think they require a cart because it's a long course. You can kind of see that it weaves through the mountain and across canyons, and playing through some of the neighborhoods in the Draper area. Now you've also got Draper City Park. This is a fun park. This is the main city park within Draper, and it's located, you've got the Porter Rockwell Path. So this is a walking trail that you can take. I see a lot of families, with strollers and, riding bikes and just walking, enjoying this. And it actually ties into the bicycle park in Draper. And that's basically at the bottom of the Corner Canyon mountain biking trail system. There's a lot of hiking options, a lot of biking options in the Corner Canyon area. So most of that is located, as far as from the biking and hiking, the majority of that's going to be located kind of in this area right here. And so there's Corner Canyon. This whole biking area, there's over 130 different trails. For mountain biking, I believe there's 74 mountain biking trails. And that's split up into, multi-directional, where you can go up or down on it. But there's also directional trails. So for uphill traffic only, for downhill traffic, just to keep people safe and, a little bit better flow on the mountain. Some of the additional entertaining options, in addition to the Cowabunga Bay and the movie theater that I mentioned, you do have the Boondocks Fun Center. And this is where they have like laser tag, there's miniature golf, there's an arcade, there's the bumper boats, there's the go-karts. So, if the weather's not nice outside, then you can always come to the Boondocks Fun Center. There's lots to do there. At this one here, I've had when my boy was younger, I'd have a birthday party there. So a fun place just to, let the kids come and have a lot of fun. So Draper's always been known as a great area. It's a highly desired area. It's got the newest homes on the east side of I-15. And so that's really where you're going to find these newer communities within the last 20 years. And, that's because, Draper simply had the land available to have these new homes. And you've really got a bunch of upscale neighborhoods in the Draper area. But if Draper was ever known for having an eyesore, it would simply be known as the State Penitentiary, which was located in this corner right here. And so, that's something that you would always have to basically look at. If you lived up on the bench, you'd have a view, you'd see the State Penitentiary. But luckily that has been moved. So, it's nice that they've relocated that. So it's not located anywhere near here anymore. And this is going to be all developed into an area that's referred to as the Point. And so, it's been in the works for a while, and then they finally relocated the prison. And now they've just started the demolition of that. So they're tearing that down. They've got some approvals in place for these different planned developments coming in. So a lot of office space coming in. There's going to be some high density housing. There's going to be some restaurants. And it's going to be themed where you can kind of work, eat, and play in this area. And so phase one is basically, it's been on the drawing board, it's been approved, and then we're still a year or two away before we actually start to see that development come through. But there's going to be a lot of growth taking place in this area, and it's just going to continue to expand. And we've seen this down across on the other side of the point of the mountain. So if I zoom out from here, this point of the mountain, on the Lehigh side, this is where you have your Cabela's and your Adobe, and there's so many different tech companies here. You've got your IM Flash that's over here, and all kinds of office space on the Thanksgiving Point area. So you can see how close these are, and this is going to be less than a 10-minute drive to cross up and over the point of the mountain. So we're going to continue to see that growth expand in this part of Draper, and just continue with this theme. We'll have more business and tech companies and office space all in this area, just making it super convenient for people living by here to get into the office. Now, there is a community within Draper that is definitely a part of Draper, but it is a planned unit development, and it's the largest one in Draper, and it is the Suncrest area. So this is a community that as you climb from the bottom of the valley floor up to the very top of Suncrest, it is about 1,700 foot elevation climb. So that is pretty significant. You know, it's almost like a little bit different climate up there. In fact, the snow is going to come a few weeks earlier in the fall, and it takes a few weeks longer to melt off in the springtime. But it's a great area. There's incredible views. That's one of the things that Suncrest is known for, is the great views up there, because you are up on top of the mountain. And then you've got all of the outdoor recreation right there in your backyard, from the biking trails, the hiking trails, on either side of the mountain. In fact, let me show you what this looks like on Google Earth. So I-15 is right at the bottom of our screen down here. And this is our Traverse Mountain Road that comes up here into the Suncrest area. So this would be, let me just highlight this real quick here. This would be the Suncrest area. In fact, that's too big there. So that's our Suncrest area there. And this has, several thousand homes in the Suncrest area. And this road here will take you up and over and drop you down into the Highland Lehigh area on the Utah County side. This road here, Traverse Road, you're always going to see road bikers on here. From the base down here in Draper up to the top of Suncrest, you're about a 1,300 elevation climb. And so it is biker friendly. You're always going to see road bikes climbing up here. And then you've got all the guys and gals over here on dirt bikes in the Corner Canyon Trail system. So let's talk about schools real quick before we take a look at the homes in the Draper area. Draper is a part of the Canyon School District. You can see here that we've got lots of A ratings, A minus, highly rated schools according to niche.com. And, I think that you're going to find that all of the schools in Draper are going to be highly rated. Just an interesting little fact here. If you're into football, if you're familiar with Zach Wilson of the New York Jets, well, he's been their starter quarterback. Then he hasn't been a quarterback. He hasn't had the best run there. But Zach Wilson went to school at Corner Canyon, right here in Draper. So they've got a great athletic program. They've always had a really good mountain biking team and really good athletic teams as well. From a crime standpoint, as you would expect with higher end neighborhoods, low crime, the darker the green, the lower the crime. Now this area right here in the red, this is where the prison was located. It's interesting that it's still red. Maybe there's a bunch of crime that's happening behind those fences there. And then you've got some areas up here, and this is where your Cowabunga Bay, your movie theater, and some of these restaurants and shopping's located. So, apparently there's some, crime that happens there. But as we look around all of these residential areas, you can just see that we're dark green. There's low crime. So in the neighborhoods where people are living, we just don't see the crime, which is super important in my opinion. Okay, so let's look at some of the housing here. Our median home price is $784,000 for the Salt Lake County. That median home price is $550,000, so we're well above that. And when we look at the average, we've actually got an average of over 1 million. So taking that median is where we, kind of bring that down a little bit to that 784,000. So there is newer construction taking place on the northwest corner. We've got some newer homes here. If I click on these, this is on a half-acre lot, 4,200 square foot, 5-bedroom, 3-bath. But you've got some of the more established neighborhoods built in the 90s. You're going to find this over by the eBay area. So eBay is just west of I-15, and areas like the Inauguration Drive. And we're going to find options like that over here. So, you know, $499,000 for a 4-bedroom, 3-bath home, 2,000 square feet. These are on small lots. It does have a 2-car garage. These homes have the garage in the back of the home. We've got neighborhoods like the Cranberry Estates, where these homes here are built in the mid-90s to the early 2000s. 4-bedroom, 3.5-bath for 2,870 square feet on just shy of a quarter of an acre. And so a lot of homes in this neighborhood are going to be similar to this. You're going to have a bunch of ramblers, 2 stories and multi-levels in the Cranberry neighborhood. And that's as far north as you're going to go in the Draper area. And so for, just kind of keeping with that a median or below home price, you do have areas like the Daisyfield Estates. This home isn't actually located right there. It's super close to it though, but a little further south for $599,000. This is by the Daisyfield. So this home is located right on the bench. You're, driving a lot of these hills are on the hillside. You can see it sloped right here. But for $595,000, a 4-bedroom, 3.5-bath at 2,200 square feet, 0.17 of an acre. And then as we continue to head east, there's homes that are going to be surrounded by the golf course. You've got homes that are going to be backing onto South Mountain Golf Course. You've got areas like Steeplechase and Corner Canyon, all located through this area. Obviously going to have some really nice high-end homes in the Draper area. This home here, 8,682 square feet. This is showing 4 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms on over an acre. And then you've got homes up in the Suncrest area. So as we climb that 1,300 feet up this road to the Suncrest area, here's a $1.25 million home, 6-bedroom, 4-bath, 4,990 square feet, sits on 0.44 of an acre. And if you take a look at this picture, this is what you're going to deal with in Suncrest is, you better be prepared to buy the biggest snowblower that you can afford. So that was some advice that I was given once for the Suncrest area. And just look at that snow level, because we have that 13 to even up to 1,700 foot elevation climb from the bottom of the Salt Lake Valley floor. You're going to see more snow, and so when these snowstorms come in, you better have that snowblower ready and shovel as well. And so some of the different neighborhoods up there, you have Oak Vista, you have Eagle Crest. These are different neighborhoods within the Suncrest community. This home here, 5-bedroom, 3.5-bath, a little over 3,300 square feet on 0.12 of an acre. And these are the homes up here where quite literally they have views of Levitate, a biking trail. They have Vertigo. There's trails right here in their backyard. And then right across the road is the major mountain biking system over there. And so let me share with you, one of the attractions that really bring people to the Draper area. In fact, people come from Salt Lake County and Utah County to hike this popular hiking trail. And one of the big draws to this, and this is the Bear Canyon Suspension Bridge Trail. And it's about a 3.3 mile trail. It's an up and back. And it's going to take you about an hour and a half to get there and back. That's giving just a couple minutes to hang out on the bridge and then coming back. But it's a suspension bridge, and it crosses this canyon. And so, it does sway a little bit as you walk on there. But because it crosses that canyon and, it is just one of these attractions. People love to go. It's a great destination. It doesn't have a really high elevation climb. It's about a 500-foot elevation climb as you get up there. But some great views of the valley below, great mountain views, just where it's located as well. So that's going to wrap up Draper according to the map. I hope this gives you a good idea as far as where the shopping and restaurants are located, the different housing options. We did a real high-level overview of what the houses look like. But whether you're thinking about making that move in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, send an email. The information, it is in the description below. We'd love to help you make a smooth move to Salt Lake, Utah, or to Draper, like we looked at today. And until then, I hope to see you around town.